As the United Nations 52nd session of the Commission on Population and Development was ongoing, two important side events were held involving an active participation of the Republic of South Africa.
High-level panelists, very distinguished group of panelists with us today. How will we bring modern contraception to the 214 million women and adolescent girls who are still waiting? We also understand that if we do nothing, we will face another statistic of 10 million girls being married under the age of 18 this year, and another 4 million girls undergoing female genital mutilation. If we act decisively, we can prevent that.
How is South-South cooperation experience harnessed? What are the lessons learned? What are the future plans? How can progress be ongoing in South-South cooperation? What did countries gain from South-South cooperation as either recipients or providers, or both providers and recipients of the South-South cooperation? Panelists included Bangladesh, China, Egypt, Mexico, and South Africa.
Now the floor is given to Her Excellency Ms. Suzanne Shabangu, Honorable Minister for Social Development, Republic of South Africa. Floor is yours, Madam.
South Africa has made tremendous progress in achieving ICPD and SDGs. South Africa's constitution, along with our population policy, places great importance on improving the lives of our youth and adolescents. Several national policies are geared towards empowering youth and adolescents to make informed choices free of discrimination, which will enable them lead healthy and productive lives. South Africa's the current youth policy is in its fourth year of implementation. The policy is geared towards prioritizing the needs of the youth with respect to education, health and well-being, economic participation and social cohesion. The policy is seated in addressing the identifying the gaps and challenges based on the circumstances faced by the youth. Even though South Africa's population growth rate and total fertility rate have been on the decline, youth population has remained significantly higher when compared to other population age groups. I am happy to inform you that Government of South Africa, leading PPD alongside the Government of China, and assured South Africa's continued committed and increased support to PPD, apart from its regular annual membership contribution of $60,000. Government of South Africa has been providing 25 short-time scholarships and 5 one-year postgraduate diploma to PPD member countries. I would also like to thank UNFPA Executive Director Dr. Natalia Kanem for resuming cooperation with PPD through signing of the MOU and IP agreement. We acknowledge that UNFPA is one of the co-founding architects of PPD.
On April 3, 2019, another side event held at the Permanent Mission of the Republic of Namibia gathered several high-ranking officials from SADC countries and different SADC permanent missions in the USA.
This afternoon,
The event focused on the presentation of the SADC report on implementation of the Addis Ababa Declaration on Population and Development beyond 2014 for the ICPD. The draft report, which accurately and widely captured the degree to which SADC member states implemented the Addis Ababa Declaration, was shared to SADC member states during the side event.
South Africa is really committed in making sure that we implement the declaration. Our commitment does not only go as South Africa, but it also covers our regions. As you know, that we become one of the countries in the world which attract or most migrants into South Africa. And those are some of the issues which you are dealing with in making sure that SADC countries, we have various protocols which we've entered to. Some of those protocols, for instance, it's visa-free access to South Africa. We also know that we are a country or a region which is facing challenges around the youth bulge as a country, but also as a region. And because the majority of our population is very young, we're looking at means and ways of making sure that we have programs of encouraging young people to go to school, making sure that they get educated, but not only that, and also become of the jobs, as we know that bulk of our youth, again, is very young, but they're also unemployed. So when you look at the declaration itself, it really talks to the core of challenges which we are facing. We talk about teenage pregnancy. Recently, with the Minister of Basic Education, we're looking at second chance. As you know, that if young people are not going to be educated, it means their future is going to be bleak. These are some of the programs which we are looking at and making sure that they become relevant in the future. Lastly, I also want to say South Africa, in line with the declaration, the SDGs, we also having the National Development Plan, which is up to 2030. So our policies themselves and our intention is aligned to what is going to be achieved globally, but also continentally. So we are happy to be here today, to be part of this declaration as SADC, but the critical issues, it's addressing the gaps which we have. And we are positive that come 2030, as South Africa will have contributed much better in line with the SDGs.
The report gives us a sense that as a collective, there has been progress. Now, different countries obviously have progressed in different speeds and ways, but generally there is a sense that this is a region that has done the homework and the groundwork to actually see progress for women, for girls, on sexual and reproductive health, on access to services, on quality of services. And really, we really are encouraged about SADC countries. And again, like I said, there's a diversity in the group. You have countries where economically they're far ahead, they're upper middle income countries. There are others that are least income countries. And I think one of the things it does tell us, though, is that while there is progress, they still, based on their constitutions and the rights and what they've defined as where they want to be, there's still more to be done. And so there's that urgency at this stage that if we're going to meet some of these targets that they've set, that they really will need to accelerate progress.